Hey, it's Mobb Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. John Oliver was first in. He may or may not be here because when I started sharing the links earlier today, he wasn't there. So there you go. So hey, how are you doing? Hey, Posiwi, how is New Mexico? Nuevo Mexico. Spanish for New Mexico, everybody. A little Spanish there for you. That's what you get with the Mobb Guppy. So it's I was thinking of I've been playing around with doing the outdoor summer tubbing. Well, I'm glad I didn't do it today or this last week because it's right now. It got to about 48 this morning, and it's not going to get above 65. So it's cloudy, it's overcast. It's not going to rain, or we may get just a sprinkle. But yeah, all good in the hood. Es bueno. See? So been busy getting junk done around. In fact, I got to do some water changes later today. And I've got to go to the grocery store, pick up a few things. I'm high on, I've got to get something special to eat on Memorial Day. And just go from there. What's going on in your world, gang? You have big plans for Memorial Day? Memorial Day, which is to honor our war dead. It's who have served and passed away in the service to our country. I had a great uncle who died in World War II, right before D-Day. He was shot down by the Germans after a bombing run from Great Britain to a heavy water plant in Norway. Oh, you have a muppy. Oh, there you go. Yeah, here's one of the things people don't realize. Guppies and mollies can interbreed. The bad thing about it is that they're sterile. Sometimes you do a hybrid and they are not sterile. They'll reproduce. A perfect example is the wolf and the dog. You could technically take Bolo right here, artificially inseminate a female wolf because he's too short, and they would have cubs or puppies, whatever you call it when it's a mixture. And before you know it, the wonders is that they are born, and they're born very wolf-like. By the way, having Bolo cross of the wolf, let's just say that would be very, very strong-willed, because Bolo's a strong-willed dog. So I notice up in the Northeast, it's raining today. It rained here to beat the band a couple of days ago. In fact, it was like 4 or 5 inches of rain in a 2-hour period. My backyard had this much water above the grass. I cut my grass on Wednesday, thank God. Otherwise, I'd be waiting for, my backyard, the grass was long enough. It needed to be done. But I figured it's going to rain. So that's good. That's good. So we're heading into June here, and we've only hit 85 once so far this year. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal all the way around. My which has a nice, you think, short yellow cobra tail? Well, if you think it's nice, that's all that matters. If you think something looks really good, that's all that matters. We're here to please We're here to please ourselves in this hobby, not worry about other people. Hey, thank you very much, Rico. No problem, brother. Hey, lurkin'? You ain't a jerk if you lurk. Just saying. Of course, this is a holiday weekend, so people have family things to do, but I don't have a family, so I don't have to worry about that. It's just me and the dog against the world. So yeah, it's just getting stuff done, getting all the shopping done for the holiday weekend. That's good. And on Wednesday, I have to drive for work down to beautiful Fayetteville. So that's nice. May hit a fish store or two on the way back. So I've got to go down for a couple of hours and for a business thing. So that's nice. It's what's going on in my fish room. I'll just tell you. I've just been, everything's been maintaining really nice. A buddy of mine who's a realtor has somebody who's selling a house that has 3 tanks of red shrimp. And he wanted to know if I would be interested. And I said, absolutely. Absolutely would be hugely interested. Then he said, well, he was telling me these shrimp sell for $8 each. Okay, if this guy's gonna hit me up with try to sell me 320 longs for $2,000, I told my buddy, I said, hey, when I sell fire red shrimp, I do not sell them for $8 each, including shipping. Ends up being about $3 and some odd cents. At a fish store, some fish stores may sell them for $8 each, but I don't. I don't sell them that cheap. Yeah, so so it's just yeah, so when this guy calls me, the realtor asked if he could give the guy my number, and I said, of course. And I'll speak to him. And if he's reasonable, I'll do it. If all of a sudden he's saying, this is what it is, and and I was joking with my buddy. I just sat there. I said, I look because more aquariums, that's sort of what I want. And so I'm always going through Facebook Marketplace and in Joplin they have a Joplin deal to buy stuff, buy and trade. They have obviously Craigslist, and people try to sell aquariums for more than you can buy them brand new. They are some of these people are so nuts, absolutely bonkers, that it makes zero sense whatsoever. It's I don't want to buy a 10-gallon aquarium, used 10-gallon aquarium for more than like $5-6. A 20-gallon aquarium, yeah, $10-12. It's someone was actually selling one for $40. I'm going, dude, I can go to PetSmart right now and buy one for about $40. How do I know your thing is even going to hold water? I'm not going to have to reseal it. Doug Gray, the man who had his huge vacation home Build another dimension so you can save money on property taxes. Peter Thiel. Sad thing is, I'd have a tough time getting to that other other dimension to enjoy my my mansion. By the way, do you guys see the news story? Some crazed out doctor in Houston is selling his home that he custom built to look like the mask of Darth Vader. Doesn't look exactly like it, but it's very, very similar. The inside pictures are unbelievable. Actually, it's kind of a cool house. But yeah, it's 4.3 million. Allie Sean put out the tubs last night, using them to collect rainwater. Haven't had decent rain. Yeah, I'll tell you what, we didn't have a decent rain, just a bunch of small rains until Thursday, where we got like 4 inches in like a 2-hour period. It was coming down. In fact, on my drive home from work, I had to drive way around what I normally would because I went down, there's water going over. I'm not driving through it. Petro Man, what is up? Tom's River, New Jersey in the house, everybody. Tom's River, New Jersey. Ian, I have been well, my friend. How are you? So it's all good in the hood. So the dog is here. He's a happy camper. Gets to spend quality time with Daddy. Yeah, so other than that, just get, do water changes, do maintenance stuff. I gotta get that done. I'm kind of happy to be around the old homestead. It's all good. Getting to work, but I don't start for another 30 minutes. There you go. Kaler won't be making it. His Elvis impersonation act and dive bar tour is underway. Most feel like I should text Kaler and just get him out of this funk of dressing up like Elvis. Thank goodness Kaler is a good guy and a good sense of humor. My by the way, this week I'm probably gonna have to buy some more of that Doug Gray, the D Gray high protein food. You can get it off of eBay, everybody. So there you go, and it is it's a good time to be had by all. Good time to be had by all. Diet Dr. Pepper, everyone. Someone was saying that that they didn't like the Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. I picked up like what the plastic ones, the single serving plastic ones, and it was good. 2 jars to $21 direct, a bargain at half the price. Oh, there you go. I'll hook you up this week. You're going to go hang out with Eric on Tuesday? Yeah, it is funny. It's a small world, my friend. I have never bought from Aquatic Arts. Anybody here? What's funny is that when I was finishing high school, my family moved to California, Sacramento. And one of my sister's classmates moved to Sacramento 2 or 3 years before that. So we're in line at the grocery store, and she is right in front of us. You can't make that up. For Allie Sean, it's 2 jars for $50. Again, it's still a value. Still a value. My arm, by the way, is still hurting. If I go like this and I twist it, it's in real pain. So slowing down my water changes and stuff because it just hurts too much. I have a doctor's appointment with a specialist in like 13 days. Bought fishing plants from Aquatic Arts. Great shipping. Ship fast. Never had a sick fish from them. And they have a lot of rare stuff. There you go. I'm not even familiar with Aquatic Arts. So there you go. And me turning into George Costanza. You know, really, when you think about Seinfeld is actually, George Costanza is the most interesting character next to Newman, the mailman. So there you go. Let's see, I lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me. Doug Gray. One of my friends, Doug Gray, and I like to text back and forth while watching Ancient Aliens because there's just always crazy stuff. My buddy Rebecca says, hold on, there's a show on Amazon Prime to watch. Let's see here. I'm scrolling down. And she's a pretty sharp person. So if she says to watch something, it's usually a good idea. She's Encounters of the Fifth Kind on Amazon, everybody. Encounters of the Fifth Kind on Amazon Prime. So there you go. Little tip. Little television viewing tip. Pretzels are making you thirsty, Kramer. Yeah. What is on Svengoolie tonight? Yeah, I'll tell you what. The deal is about Ancient Aliens. Frozen Ghost. Well, that sounds like a treat and a half. So, Ancient Aliens sort of goes like this. They come up with a premise. They usually bring up Easter Island or the Egyptians for whatever reason. And if the premise is really nuts, they go in. I'm waiting. Hey, I'll tell you a second, Ian. If the premise is really nuts, they bring out a guy named David Childress who goes out and says something totally nuts. Oh, I'm sorry, Posiwi. The fish room's doing fine. I am waiting for my tax refund, and I have to add electric to that room. There's not enough electric there. Yeah, I'm sorry, Posiwi. That's a tough thing to go through, and it's not fun. Not fun at all. I have a friend of mine who she had congestive heart failure, and then she got cancer. It's like a 2 for Tuesday. Not fun. So feel better. Go see the doctor. Whatever they do, do it. Whatever they tell you to do, do it. And, it'll be okay. It's not fun, though. I get it. We all have challenges in life. You just got to take them on. Go get them. So I'll keep you in my thoughts and prayers. Get well and just, be happy that you have something and to treat it. So, so my refund when it gets here, Just you're getting back to doing stuff the doctor says slow down. Yeah. So as soon as I get my refund, I'm running extra electrical into that room, and then everything goes up. And it's going slower than I thought, mainly because of my accountant. So it's hopefully I'll get everything in here and we'll get it done. And a reminder, at the end of June, I'm going to miss 2 live streams because I will be dealing with family stuff. Got to go do the family stuff. We've got to go spread the ashes of my parents, which is, something you got to get done. It's really good. Yeah, get an updated electrical system in the garage for the soon to arrive, Tesla Roadster. My next car will be a plug-in hybrid, but I'm years away from that. I've got an almost 4-year-old car with only 43,000 miles on it. So I'll be and I just hate the idea of getting rid of a car too early. Hey, excellent. Your tinfoil Barb has a new school. He's schooling with the Danios and Tetras. There you go. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody needs more electrical plugs. Exactly. If you have enough, you don't have enough. You do not have enough fish aquariums. Select Pet. Yeah, and Doug Ray, you're right. Tinfoil barbs are very, very cool. Very cool all the way around. I'm high on them. Yeah, it's low mileage. I'm driving about just over 1,000 a month. It'll be 4 years old in a couple of this fall. But I'm driving just over 1,000 a month. So that's sort of the deal. Sort of the deal. And I like my car, but it's paid for, it's mine, and I can drive it for the next 4 or 5 years. So I'll probably just do that. As much as I would love to get, something really cool. It's always a temptation. Always a temptation to go and get a new car, and especially when you didn't have one paid off. But it's just such a waste of money. But it's fun, having a car that you love to drive and all that sort of stuff is also kind of a real cool thing all the way around. So there you go. Crazy lady in Utah named Barb that wears a tinfoil hat. Yep. Yeah, you love your tinfoil. Tinfoils are cool. We have some of the fish store I'm working at. What is event to LEX? We select the others. Need to expand my breaker box for tanks one day. I had 3 15 outlet wall mount strips, separate circuits, plenty of power. There you go. Good idea. Chewy, Lunatic Fringe. Yeah, that's not good select bet. It's my always hope is that if I do total my vehicle is that somebody hits me and they have really good insurance. Then I can lawyer up and cash in. Yeah, so it's Bolo just leaned up here. Oh, he wants to get down. Or no, he's just resetting. Bolo kind of slips down my leg is going through there. Lunatic Fringe and Looney Tunes are two different people, allegedly. Paul McCartney played. It's our first thing into music. We're only 20 minutes into this thing. "20 minutes in. Why? There we go." Do you know what? I don't know. I probably have, but I don't remember, Chewy. I just always feel like the need to call you Chewy. It's sort of my jam there. Let me look it up. That one's worth the money. Oh yeah, that's a good looking fish. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, that's really good looking. Except it's a big one, gets to 17 inches. Probably delicious, though, on a plate with garlic and rice. No, I'm not a cannibal. $300 for a trio? Somebody didn't hit the thumbs up. Oh, it's me. Thank you very much. I do not hit the like button on my own live streams. I don't. Some people do. I don't. I don't hit the big thing. It's it gets to that time. I think I have to reach out to our good friends at American Brine Shrimp and get more. I have a few weeks left on my baby brine shrimp eggs. Not so easy to catch. They come from the depths of Lake Tanganyika, not along the river coastline. Same depth as a frontosa. Scott won an NJAS show with there you go with that. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, let me look up the Yeah, it's pretty fancy stuff. I have done the African cichlids before, and I don't have any right now. But who knows? I'm well on my way to to do that. Ooh, URC spawned with Mangano. Bring them up slowly from the depths. No, the African cichlids are beautiful. I just and I have had them before. I just haven't. I just don't have any right now. I don't have anything that's. You know how this hobby goes. Is that all of a sudden you go, oh, I think I'll get that one, and you do, and you'll sit there and say, yeah, I don't need another thing of guppies, and then all of a sudden you go, oh, there we go. I like that. And that's how it works. How it works all the way around. So if you listen carefully, you can hear Bolo breathe. Not loud enough for you guys, I don't think. Female ruby green haps. There you go. It's I again with the Africans, they're gorgeous. The behavior's interesting. It's fun. It's very different from South American cichlids, whose behaviors are pretty much similar. It doesn't even matter which type you're getting. The behaviors are relatively similar, which is very predictive, but not as not as interesting. And because really, when it's said and done, angels, discus, convicts, Jack Dempsey's, Oscars, they have a lot of the same behavioral things. They're very once they've made it up, good luck. You know how that goes. You have two males and a female, got a reverse order. Dwarf cichlid that you can keep with plants, very similar to pistogramos. Central American, South American, it's all good. The Brachardi's can have plants. It's my first cichlid that I got to reproduce was the Guppy. Yeah, we have cichlid lovers here. I love cichlids. I don't have a problem with the cichlids. I did the Guppies of cichlids, convicts, and I raised a bunch of things. I had a real good LFS that loved me to bring them in, and it was good. You guys want to see Bolo? Oh, they eat duckweed. Yeah, there you go. All right, there you go. There he is. He woke up because I moved my hand from him. All right, there we go. It's yeah, you get a pair of angels and a paired off angels in an aquarium, they will chase around everybody. It's the behaviors are they're not all exact, of course, but they're much more predictive than Africans, where you have all a wide variety of behaviors, from egg layers to mouth breeders to stuff like that. So there you go. The Tayenitis group is now limited to those found in Benin and Nigeria. Most have to be classified as Pel crebensis. Hey, interesting. A jack will do almost anything. You're correct. Different colorations in the Peleochromos group. Yeah, cichlids love guppies too. Yeah, they find them delicious. Succulent morsels to enjoy. All right, Ian, have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. All good having you here. Jack will jack you up, but the convict will do the time. Yeah, the West African Cichlid Convention in Austria this September. I'm big onto. I've got to do the Europe thing. I've got to go on the Europe trip. I want to go to Israel. I want to go to. See an African safari. See lions in the wild. Do that thing in South Africa. It would be really cool. I'm not big into doing the Carrie, how are you? By the way, happy Memorial Day weekend. So there you go. The little riverine cichlids of West Africa are beautiful. Yeah, I would love some people, I've seen people do Corey with Aquarium Co-op went with a couple of guys down to collect fish in South America. And it was really, really nice. It was really nice. But I don't know if I really want to go on a fish collecting trip. I love to go to places and go where the people are. I don't like doing the tourist stuff. I've been to Mexico a lot. Been to Canada several times. I don't like doing the tourist stuff. I like to see where the people are. That I find that much more interesting. Interesting. And then there's Dave's Rare Fish out of San Antonio. I lived in San Antonio. I didn't know Dave. I knew he was there. Never got to meet him. Never got to meet him. I have no more space, but happy with the fish you have. Working on a new color platy. Excellent. Talking to Rusty Wessel makes Mexico sound more and more appealing to me. Yeah, Mexico, it's actually a tropical fish keeper's paradise because they have a lot of the Guppies are from there. A lot of different things are from there. And Mexico's unique because of all the climates that they have. They have the desert. They have areas that are rainforest like. It's fascinating. I am well, Carrie. Happy Memorial Day to you. Yeah, at Posibu, let me know when you're going to San Antonio. I'll give you the places to eat at and the places to avoid. They have San Antonio, 60% Mexican American, has more terrible Mexican restaurants than you can shake a stick at. And the rule is the Mexican places on the the Riverwalk are universally terrible, completely terrible. It's in barbecue places. There are several that are very good, and there's several that And I have the place to go to. It is it's more of a soul food type barbecue place. Their brisket is perfect. And I'll give you the tips of where to go to. So just let me know ahead of time and I'll hook you up. Below water about the Amazon. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Kansas in the house. Center of the country, Mike's Aquatics and Things. Excuse me. It's all good in this hood. It's really kind of weird, isn't it, that there are places that it's like if you go to New York, don't eat in Little Italy. It's there's a couple of places that are good, but most of them are like, nothing special. They're tourist traps. You go to you go to there, and the deal is you go out to where there's the big enclaves of Italian Americans in New York and New Jersey, and the food is unbelievably good. But you have to sort of hunt it down. There you go. Now, where in Missouri are you going to be, Posiwi? Maybe we can meet up for lunch or something if you're nearby. Great photographs of the fish on the website. There you go. Cooper Aquatics, how are you doing? Welcome to Mobb Guppy, where the guppy is the mob. Give us a big old like. These holiday weekends are tough, aren't they? Because it's just... I went to the store. I did some of my grocery shopping yesterday. Little Italy is very little these days. Used to go to San Gennaro Festival. It's like when you go to San Francisco. Don't eat at Fisherman's Wharf. Nowhere along there. There's better places to eat fish in the Bay Area. You're retired every day's holiday? Yep. Where else is a place where there's a lot of ethnic food and it's just not that great? What is good in New York is that Koreatown. They have those Korean dumpling places. Have you ever had the Korean dumplings? They are awesome. Really, really good. Highly underrated food choice. In Little Rock, when I was there, there was a Korean dumpling place, and I would go there occasionally. It was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It so it let's see. I'm gonna go and I have I'm gonna bring some of my calls to my local LFSs. May do some today. I have some calls I need to move out. And it's stuff I wouldn't sell. But I can drop them off to the LFS. They'll give me credit for like frozen food and junk like that. And that is the name of that tune. So my I'll tell you what, last couple of weeks of work have been just flying busy. I need that third week for an LFS, local fish store, a lunatic fringe store. Depends. One of them's kind of a loony, but he's a nice guy. The other one is a local fish store. They're actually all the local fish stores that I have two that are relatively new. And VB23, how are you? And that I like it a whole lot. A whole lot. You saw a Prius crash into a Subaru Outback the other day. Granola everywhere. That's a big waste of granola. Looney Tunes is the word, yes. You're feeding your fish and reading Harry Potter. There you go. Best fish and chips I ever had was on San Francisco Wharf about 10 years ago. Yeah, the deal is about San Francisco is that do not look around. When you're walking, look down. If not, you will step on stuff. And by the way, VB23, I love Prius too. I was sort of anti-Prius, and I had a coworker who had one, and I was riding with him as we were going places, and I'm going, okay, this is really cool. So, yeah, my next car will be a plug-in hybrid, mainly because I like taking big, long trips. Go from there. Well, VB23, about that. Is that depends how. It depends if you have a plug-in one, how your energy is being produced. The other thing about it is that the rare earth minerals to put into the battery, into the contacts, and the stuff that goes into a Prius or any of the Tesla, whatever, they have a huge carbon footprint. I read a story, I don't know, like a year or two ago, that it takes about 80,000 miles in a Prius for it to become carbon neutral. And you're 80,000 miles in until the benefit of the environment happens. And so it's a little bit of a red herring. Now, I totally agree with you. It's that getting away from fossil fuels. Our problem uh, is that the alternatives that are cleaner, that are more accepting, the carbon footprint to make the solar panels or to make the batteries involved in the panels and with the windmill energy is very high at startup. Now, long term, it's really good. David Samsel. I sure did, Lunatic Fringe. I got it. I have been, this last couple of weeks, gang, I have been so busy that last week it was just every day there was something going on at the office. It was just nuts. And on the week before, like a week ago today, our community had a remembrance for 161 people who died in a tornado. And my company was big involved with it. Big. So I had, besides the live stream last week, I basically started my day at about 7 a.m., got home for a little bit, had to go back to work, got home at 7 p.m. It was like a 12-hour day. So, yeah, good times. So this 3-day weekend, I'm all in on it. I'm trying to do as little as humanly possible. And when you're able to do that, it's all good. I have to do a little bit of stuff, but nothing terrible. And I have to work about, I don't know, half hour today, and on Monday I'll work for a couple of hours because I gotta get stuff done. And so yeah. All good in the hood. It's now the folks who've been doing their tubbing, I was just about to get rolling in that. And then, this cold weather sort of popped up. So, yeah, good times. Good times by everyone's imagination. By the way, VB23, when everything's said and done, my next car is a plug-in hybrid. But it's just, have I ever heard of microsindonitis? No, I have not. I have not heard of it. Muppet 929 in the house. You haven't received a cease and desist order yet from the Muppets? Just as a little bit of a tip. Gallant is about 45 degrees right now. We have done some cold weather here again. Yeah, I mean, it's, let's see. I'll tell you what the temp is here. Hold on a second. It's 54 here in beautiful Joplin, Mo. 54. Oh, your washing machine pipe started leaking? Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all, my friend. That's not That's nothing anyone wants to go through. Not fun at all. It's I have relatively new ones, and I have not. I have it's that hasn't happened yet. Hopefully, I have. Hopefully, these last years and years and years. I've been in my house for a little over a year now, so which is strong, and I'm in favor of that very, very much. My hope is, you go through this thing and you don't have leaking, but as we know with home ownership, there's always something new to do. My tub plants are in the basement and air water containers, lights on. They ready to put out next week. John Oliver, what's up, buddy? How are those California red swordtails doing? John Oliver is one of the few people that have those California red swords. So yeah, it's a treat and a half. Treat and a half all the way around. So the deal is with home ownership. For those of you who don't own a home, okay, you're not making equity. It's the biggest investment you'll ever have. You'll get the most money out of it at the end. But I noticed that my air thing on this air duct on the side of the house for the dryer, that it's beginning to fall apart, and house finches or house sparrows have decided to put a nest there. So I've got to go, and I can't do it right now. The ground is just too wet. But hopefully I have a few days of dryness, and I will have to pick up another one, take it out, empty out the nest of the house sparrows, and put a new one there. So yeah, not fun. And I have the same one on the other side, which I think does for laundry and for the restroom there. And so I have to get that taken care of. Black Keys and Red Hot Chili Peppers. There you go. Buy a flamethrower and take them out. That's one way to do it. I like the house to remain standing. Yeah, house sparrows. You're correct. Yep. My Fish Tanks Aquatics. How are you doing? Welcome to Mobb Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. Hit a like. Bolo here, hanging out. Yeah, when I get done with Rammstein. Excellent. Tell them how beautiful they are, John. You may not think they're beautiful, but I think they are. I think it's like a unique deal. Yeah, flamethrower would take out the whole house, though. Which is not good. Most of the time. Depends. If your house is infested with vermin, maybe it's good, but you could get arrested for it, which is not good. Say what you want about vermin and getting rid of them. There are other ways around it. I'm glad, John. I'm glad you like them. It's well, the deal is with Rammstein, and if you're not familiar with who they are, it's a German heavy metal band, and the Germans like a certain style of singers. Vermin does describe most of Congress. Yep. Not saying that you burn down the Capitol either. Excellent. Excellent, John. Um, so the idea of all the stuff we get to do, with the fish and with the stuff, and with home ownership. Home ownership, it's seemingly every month or two, there's some wacky expense. And it's just sort of the deal. Long term, it's really good because, when you get old and you want to retire to like, a small little place, the house will give you all sorts of equity for a good life. So there you go. All right, gang, let's see here. However, he is much different singer than Klaus Mean of the Scorpions, which features, shredding. Yeah, that's true. But it's the same sort of style, sort of an operatic sort of style. It's like, the Germans like David Hasselhoff, for the good Lord's sake. All right, gang, thank you very much. I will see you Monday. I may drop in early tomorrow morning.